Hello, Internet. It's Koos here, and I'm looking for a few good men, women too, if you want to volunteer. What I want to do is I want to make a bit of a technical episode. You know, there's a function here at Legacy which people don't always see, and that is one of education. But we are a lot of people, young officers, who look at Legacy to learn from you guys, from the old money. And a lot of the questions then comes back to me. And I received an interesting email last night from one fellow who asked me about the R1 versus the R4 during the Bush War. And how did we use them? And what's the merits of these rifles against each other? Now, for myself personally, I found the R1 to be too long. It was always got caught up in bushes and things as you walk patrols. But then it packed a powerful punch, you know, it was really nice. Whatever you could shoot right through a tree with it. And there was a story, of course, that the R4 with his lighter caliber would be deflected by even a leaf. Well, I've never actually seen it deflected like that, but I can tell you that I also know, and I don't know if this is true, but that was a rumor, that the R1, because the bullet tumbled, very much like the M16 and the AK-74, because it tumbled, it had almost like a dum-dum effect where it hit you. And so it caused enormous damage. And of course, it had a lot more ammunition. It means 35 against 20, as well as sometimes the R1 might have a 30-round magazine. I've heard of them. I've only seen them once. So you can save as 20 to 35, and you can carry a lot more ammo. And so it was very, very good. These were good rifles, but it really depends on how you use them. I recall that in the flying squad days, we had R2s, which is a folding bot R1. And that thing was fantastic to eat a liberal with or shoot stolen vehicles. Just fantastic. You could really do things with it. I didn't find the Uzis and the was that good. I mean, they were very limited. But we're not going to go into too much details about me. My opinion is not important. I'm looking for a few men. And what the criteria is, you need to be able to tell me about the R1. You need to be able to tell me about the R4. And you need to be able to tell me about the AK47. What I'm trying to do is I want a group discussion. And then we can decide which one of these three rifles I've just mentioned would be the preferred one for the bush. You talk to any of the Special Forces people, they will not even answer the first two questions. I'll just say to you, AK-47, get lost, end of story. And then they go into extreme details on what AK-47, where it was manufactured, blah, blah, blah. They just go on about it. Guys, this is interesting. I think we can make an episode like that. I invite you. Please, if you feel you can contribute here, we have limited space, so hurry up. Just email me and give me just a little bit of background about yourself. And then let's come and discuss this frankly. And if you have any ideas for such episodes, I want to make one about the Casper vehicle as well. You know, I almost get tears in my eyes when I think of Caspers. I was a great Casper driver myself. Had great fun with those vehicles, fantastic things. Like we did, Andrew and Colonel Jan Milan, like I did with a Ratel. You know, again, we have an educational function here. And I want to start doing things like that besides the stories, which is, of course, the mainstay. So that's my appeal to you. Please come back to me. The recordings will take place after I know who you are. And I can link up everybody with Zoom, probably only in the new year. But think about it. I think there's a lot of youngsters out there who would really like to know what was the difference and what did we think of the weapons issued to us. Thank you, and God bless.